Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just making a quick video here. I just got this bike not too long ago. It is a Kawasaki Vulcan 800. I went to Blue Collar Bobbers and I got the rear fender for the bike. It came with the plate on here. This one right here to kind of clean it all up. This hides the battery too underneath. You can tell there's no wires. You know, obviously you got the extra springs right here for the seat. My seat that I got is a Bombs Away seat. Let me make it stop shaking there. You can kind of see it. It's a pretty good seat, pretty good quality on here. The reason why I'm making this video is I went on YouTube and a lot of the videos that I saw about batteries and how you know your battery is dying and stuff like that always tells you to charge it or to test it and stuff like that. But I found very few videos that actually make that horrible sound that you hear whenever you know your battery is definitely like dying. So just to give you another quick view here. The bike also, I got the blinkers right here in the front as well. That came part of the kit. Only thing I haven't done yet, and it's coming in the mail, is the front fender. Also, if you guys ever get a chance to go on to Blue Collar Bobbers to get it to make your bike kind of like look like this, shoot me an email if you want to, or leave a comment down below if you wanted me to send you like any pictures of how the bike used to look like. It was atrocious. Basically, it looked like it should be like at a veterans parade with some flags in the back. It had like the giant windscreen mirror. Right here, it had the leather saddlebags in the back, the gigantic fenders. It also had the big blinkers on the side as well. It was a mess. It's a work in progress. Obviously, I got a lot more I got to do. Anyways, just to show you here, let me grab my keys and I'll show you guys exactly what sound, horrible sound, you should be looking for when testing your battery or knowing. Okay, first of all, as you can tell, all right, I also bought, that was also part of the kit too. It's the side mount for the back end of the bike as well. So the kit's pretty self-explanatory, easy to put together. The blinkers, everything obviously works. So I thought, okay, it must be something else, maybe a solenoid or whatever. But you know, I kind of did some research, and it is my battery. I'm gonna try to turn it on for you and put the choke all the way out, and you'll hear exactly what it is that the battery makes the sound. Ready? That sound right there. And it's coming from underneath the seat here. You can see the lights in the back. They kind of flicker a little bit, right? That's just killing the battery even more. The percentage is very low. So obviously you'll still be able to like turn on the lights as you saw. Some of your components, maybe your dash and stuff like that will come on, some of your electrical components, because you have enough juice just for that. But then obviously all that clicking that you hear from underneath the seat, those are your solenoids, basically trying to get enough juice to start up your bike, and it's just not happening. So I ended up changing the oil, changing the spark plugs on this bike. I bought it for about $1,500 exactly. Actually, the dude sold it to me for $14.99, which I thought was an awkward amount. I would have just given him 15, but I gave him exactly $14.99, so that way I don't have to play that silly little game. So yeah, Blue Collar Bobber kit, Kawasaki Vulcan 800 Classic. It's a 2000. It's got the hypercharger on there. I just ended up doing some carburetor work and stuff like that, where I kind of just took it apart, cleaned it all up. Just been working on it. I got the bike about maybe, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and it's almost there. I'll have it on the road here pretty soon. And again, it's going to be a work in progress, so I'll have more stuff. The video was just basically to show you guys the clicking noise that you guys are looking for battery, because you guys might be like, oh, why is my bike doing that? Or should I get new spark plugs for it? Or is there some other electrical issue? That's your battery. All right, that's that horrible sound underneath your seat. That's what it sounds like. So if you ever hear that on your bike, just go out there, get a new battery. I mean, you can go out there, charge the battery, unless you have a trickle charger or something like that, which I got to get for this bike to kind of maintain the battery. do that. Definitely get a trickle charger. If not, then go ahead and just replace the battery altogether. I don't know the history of the motorcycle. Usually when you buy a motorcycle that's like this one, $1,500, give yourself an extra $300 for maintenance. That's what I always do when I buy a bike. Okay, so whenever you buy a motorcycle or even a car, my rule of thumb is I allow myself $300 to try to haggle on the price a little bit, so I can save myself about $300. And usually at that price, I try to get an oil filter, oil, air filter, spark plugs, just like the basic stuff that because you'll buy a bike or a car and somebody will like, oh man, I just did this like a couple of miles ago, or I did this or I changed that out. Don't trust people, right? When they tell you they've done that to their vehicle, unless they show you a receipt for it with the date, the model, the VIN number that it was for that particular car that it was done, the service or the maintenance. Don't trust people in regards to stuff that they said that they did. That's why it's always good to buy a motorcycle or a car that comes with paperwork showing like the maintenance that was done on it, because now you can kind of eliminate some of the things that you're probably going to have to do. But if you have no paperwork and it's just straight cash for title, definitely try to haggle the price a little bit. Try to get it to like about $300 less. I didn't do that because I thought $1,500 for the motorcycle, based off of what I saw when I test rode it, was a relatively fairly good price for the bike as it is. So you can find these bikes about $3,500, $25 in like really rough shape, $2,000 in really bad shape. I just so happened to get this for $1,500, but that's only because I'm familiar with the bike. I've had a Vulcan before. I know what to expect. They're a carbureted bike, which if you guys are used to fuel injection and stuff like that, getting a carbureted bike, different beast, different animal. Obviously, there's a lot of tweaking, and you got to let it warm up and all this other stuff. But they're great bikes. It's a lot easier, I think, to kind of, once you get the handle on how to clean a carburetor, how to mess around with it and stuff like that, how to adjust the carburetor, you'll find that in the long run it'll probably be a little bit cheaper than it is a fuel injected bike, because if your injectors start going bad, then that's a big huge cost. A carburetor, you can take it out, you can clean it, you can get a carburetor kit, repair kit for it, you can do all the stuff yourself. It kind of keeps you busy, gives you a hobby. It's kind of satisfying to know that you put your hands on a motorcycle and got a lot of stuff done yourself. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. One more look at the bike here. And that way you guys don't have to keep looking at my ugly face. If you guys have any questions on the blue ball collar bobber kit, I know there's a lot of websites out there and stuff like that. A lot of people kind of talk about them. As far as the install, I wish I could have done one piece at a time for you all and show you exactly how simple it is to put these together. Again, the only thing with these kits that you might find an issue with is just doing the wiring underneath the bike. In order to actually get these plates sitting how they're sitting right now, obviously this little bracket goes with the seat. I got to take off the battery, so I got to take this off. It's with the kit on there. Getting access to the battery takes a little bit longer than just having the seat. You unlock the seat, push it back a little bit, take it out, you got access to the battery right away. Because you have everything cleaned up down there, because you have the Springer seat, because that bracket is attached to the fuel tank and everything else that comes with it, it does take a little bit more work to get to the battery, but it's just a matter of 3 screws. Basically, you take off this one, you take off these 2 right here, which I've already done, and then after that, you just lift the plate right here, you can tell, right here, and you have access to the battery. So it's 3 screws. I mean, it's not a lot. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to go through that. Don't be lazy, all right? The bike looks phenomenal. It's going to keep getting better. Obviously, these kits are so simple to put on. As you work on the bike and you start putting your hands on it and stuff like that, believe me, guys, it's a lot more satisfying, man. Whenever you're doing something out of your garage, and believe me, it's, I'm married, I got 3 kids, and coming out here and working on the garage and putting my hands on this bike and kind of getting it to how I want to and stuff like that, and then you get out there, you finally turn it on, you crank it over, and you go on a ride, you did that. So it's a lot better, man. Stop taking your bikes to the shop, all right? Get on YouTube. It's too easy. If you guys have any questions on these kits, I've spent so many hours here in the garage fiddling around. It didn't really come with much instructions per se, because it's kind of common sense stuff. You can literally put all these parts, take them out and start setting them aside, and if you use just common mechanical knowledge, you're like, oh, this probably goes here, this probably goes there. And if you have a question, there's YouTube videos that'll show you from guys that have put on these fenders, that have put on, you know, done the electrical work, done the blinkers in the front, done the blinkers in the back, did the taillight swap, also for the rear brake light, plus the bracket that comes with it. So don't hesitate to ask me any questions about the Kawasaki Vulcan 800 Classic specifically. I do love these bikes. If you guys happen to find one that's really cheap, man, top end speed, I'll tell you what, man, you're not going to outrun an R1 or an R6 if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's really great on your back, really relaxing, it looks like it's actually a stiff frame. You know, like a single frame going all the way through, but it's not. It's got a shock back there, all right? So it looks like a rigid setup, which that's what I like about it. It does look kind of like, it gives you that hardtail look to it, but it's not a hardtail, man. It's good on your lower back. I'm 39 years old, man, and I've had nothing but sport bikes. Anything from 996, 929s, ZX7Rs, R1 and R6, Ducati, Monster. I've had all different types of bikes, man. And I'm telling you what, at the age of 39, a Kawasaki Vulcan is just what my back needs. That and working out too. The dad bod's not helping. But if you guys do like this video, I don't have a channel, man. I would say friggin' subscribe, but I'm too lazy to be posting videos all the time. I'll keep you guys tuned on the bike. I'll probably get it turned over, get it working, show you all the blinkers, everything else after I get the battery installed. I'll continue to work on the bike, and I'll kind of make this a Kawasaki Vulcan page. So if you guys have any questions in regards to this bike, as things go wrong, I'll try to keep recording them. When I get the front fender in, I'll shoot a video, let you guys know how the box comes, how to install it, and stuff like that. I'll kind of just have my son hold the phone and show you guys exactly how to install the front fender. Never done it before, but I will, and trial and error, I'll show you guys how to do it. There's no video editing either. I'm too lazy to do video editing. So what I record, how I mess up, and if I'm like going through it and fumbling through it, stay with me. All right, we'll both kind of learn together, because when you guys get these kits in the box, you guys are probably going to be doing the same mistakes or whatever that I'm going to be making. But it's a lot easier when you see somebody else doing it and be like, okay, make sure that I don't do it like that a-hole did. So all right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.